All right, colleagues, welcome. Welcome to today's career audit, as we call it, our consultation time. There are very few of you here, which to an extent is good. Okay. On the other hand, we would like as many people as possible to join. It is good in the sense that it gives us opportunity to talk about, because this is a place where we want to be frank, really, um, to look at or dissect our careers. And as a group, we can profile suggestions to do better. Because in my own place where I come from, it's said that it is only the dead man that is devoid of correction. All right. So once we are here, we are living, we have opportunity to improve. Okay. So that is what we are going to do. We all have different experiences we can share with ourselves. We all have support we can give. There's a place where we need to be frank with where we are. And then I believe that we can derive that support that can help us going forward. So it is called frank discussion. Frank discussion is a place where we open up what challenges you are going. So today, I have made it today to really recap the things we have been doing. We have been doing since we started. Okay, we have had 4 editions of workshops now. So there's something I want to do so that we do not put anything aside. We carry all that we have been exposed to as we journey through. Okay, so we started in January where the the we set the scene by asking about what is academic career and whether it is something for you. And if it's something for you, what is in it? Okay, we dissected that and then we provided a context of what academic career is and what are the hopes, what are the challenges, what are the stumbling blocks, what are the benefits. Okay, so if you are not here in January when we did this, I encourage you, please go and watch. It's all on YouTube. Okay, you can get it there. Then we went to the second edition where we talked about first things first, right? To set a foundation. And I have to remind you, you can see in the center here, you have a house. And that is the framework we have been using to demonstrate how a career needs and has to be built systematically, typical of what you do when you erect a building, when you erect a house you live in. So the foundation is critical. The foundation of a house is critical. Nobody lives in a house that has no foundation. It doesn't happen. Sooner or later, you will discover the importance of the house. Well, there are different foundations. We talked about that. You have deep ones, you have shallow ones, depending on what you want to put on the foundation. In my country, Nigeria, there are commonly situations where it's a building collapse. Many lives have been lost, particularly if you look at Lagos, which was once the capital city of the country. It is the most cosmopolitan city in the country. It is the most industrialized city in the country. But despite that, you hear often buildings collapsing, building collapse. And if you check, many of those due to foundation. Lagos is by the seaside. Lagos State is by the seaside. Lagos is a small place. Okay? It means that the soil requires a different type of foundation than you have in Abuja. Abuja, which is an inland city and does not have much exposure to the amount of water that Lagos has. Okay? So anybody who knows the importance of foundation will know that the foundation you use in Abuja may not be exactly what you use in Lagos. Lagos may require more intensity, all right, depth. Okay. So anyway, whichever way you look at it, the foundation is the lower part. Okay. It's designed to distribute the weight. It's designed to carry the house. It's designed to carry your career. Okay. It's designed to carry your career. So it's so important that you have to set it right. Okay. And so as building collapse, many careers have collapsed because their foundations were shallow. Their foundations were not made to carry the career or the weight that was put on them. All right. The foundation, the importance of the foundation is as much as it is able to carry that structure. What happens is that after the building, most often the foundation ceases to be seen. If people come to the house and they admire your house, it is not the foundation they see. There are other things that make them to admire the house. And those are the structures. But that the foundation is not seen does not in any way remove the importance of the foundation. Okay? The foundation actually would be so important as the building not falling or collapsing. Okay? But once the foundation is set, it ceases to be seen quite often. And it is not the foundation that attracts people to the house. And this is something in career development. All right. I used to say that I spent time in the wilderness in developing my career. I spent lots of time. I was buried in many things. And there are many things that were said. There are many things that were taught. There are people, what is he even doing? Okay. But today, you can see the fruit of the foundation, I said. You can see the fruit. And so the structure become the component and the ingredient you add to your career foundation to make it thrive, grow, and beautify. Talk about different structures of attitude, structures of skills development, capacity building, structures of collaboration, structures of looking for opportunity to improve yourself. You need those structures. And it is those structures, similar to what you see in the house, that people see. And they can say, wow, this house looks good. It is a structure. All right. And then the last edition we had was on the roof. The roof is the highest part of the house. It's the highest part of your career. It is the most visible part of the building that provides covering, protection, shelter, safety, insulation, and aesthetics. My goodness. You see the house first from far through the roof. And I tell you, from far, you can tell just looking at the roof, the kind of house, what you may meet at the structure if you get closer. The roof can convey that information. And in your career, you must have a roof. You must have a covering. You must have protection. Yeah. Otherwise, the system kicks you out. Otherwise, you don't last. Otherwise, you come like everyone else, and you live like everyone else. But our goal is not to come and live like everyone else. Our goal, I think it says the Alexander the Great says, I came, I saw, and I conquered. It is the roof that sustains you. It is the roof that beautifies you. It is the roof that protects you. It is the roof that gives you insulation in your career. Mhm. It is the roof. So these are the 4 editions we have had. If you have not participated in them, you can go back to our YouTube channel and then you can watch them. If you need the presentation, please contact Dr. Ajibola and she will provide them for you. Okay, so having recapped this, what I want to do now is you have lots of brainstorming sessions. We'll have 2 breakout sessions. Really, I have planned 2 breakout sessions. And I would like you to think about them carefully. You can take a picture of the first one. So that is 20 minutes actually. I don't know why I just wrote 20 there or the minute had gone somewhere. I'm sure that I wrote minutes somewhere. But so what you have there is 20 minutes. All right. So I would like you to use 20 minutes. The things that we have talked about now with regards to the stages of career development, the foundation, the structures, the roof. Which of these stages has been the most relevant to you? I mean, in your career, you know where you are. Is it about your foundation? Is it about the structures you have put, the attitudes, the values, your skills and capacity, your networking? What is it? Is it the roof? The roof represents the output we have talked about. You know, the output, things like your publications, grants, your mentoring experiences, your teaching experiences, networking, your collaborations. Those are the things that really give you covering in your career. Your output, what people see without seeing you. All right? Somebody takes your CV today. There are certain things that we look at for. Those are your roofs. Those are your covering. And if a system is kicking out people, you know, I was talking to my group members today. And one of them, I was telling her, I want to tell you to keep doing what you're doing. Right? Keep doing what you're doing. And she was surprised listening to me. Say, yes, you know, we don't just recruit people. We recruit people and we learn who they are. She's going to defend in December. We'll learn who they are. Okay? And when we grow in our career, as I am today, my hands, I still have 2 hands, but the things I need to do have increased. The responsibilities are increasing. And what I look out for up to now in my recruitment is to have reliable backup. People who can watch my back. People I can say, you know, this, please take care. All right? So the system does not keep people just because they have skills. The system keeps people who add value. It is a value. Okay? And in that value, one quality I have to tell you, it should keep going, is a quality of loyalty. Is a quality of loyalty. It doesn't matter the skills you have. Skills can be replaced. Skills are the things you give, but loyalty and values are the things you have. And it is easier to replace skills than to replace values and loyalty. That is what many young professionals do not know. As far as you add value and you're loyal, the skills can be added. And I'm happy the way you came. I saw you when you came, and I'm seeing you where you are now. It means that skills, as far as there's an environment that is created, can be developed. But loyalty and values are not easy ones to develop. All right? Of course, not impress her. But what is your own situation? Where are you struggling? Of all this we have discussed, what is the stage that is most relevant? What are the needs you have? Okay. Have you identified areas for improvement with regards to the stage you have and how to do that? This is the first session. I would like you to go out there, have a frank discussion. Have a frank discussion. Don't hide yourself. Don't hide yourself. Let somebody in your group collect your responses, your discussions. Collect it and come to briefly, I mean briefly, tell us what you have discussed. After that, I will send you out again for the second breakout sessions for what I would like you to discuss. And once we have done the 2 breakout sessions, then I open the room so that we can, if it's a question you want to ask, if a discussion is something you want to bring up, you can do it. So I have automatically now distributed you to 4 breakout rooms. If your network gets problematic and you are kicked off, when you come, please just type on the message line, please send me to breakout session 1 or 2 or room 2 or room 3. So now I open the room. Please take picture of what is on the screen so that you can have it as you discuss. And I hope that you will have a good discussion. You can join your group now. You can join your group. All right, welcome back, everyone. Yeah, let's start with group number 1. What are your thoughts? What did you discuss? You can raise your hand. Who is presenting for group number 1? And then after group number 1, group number 2 will come, and 3 and 4. Yeah, group number 1, who is presenting for you? Anybody for group number 1? All right. There are 2 hands here. So let's see who of you is presenting.
Good evening. Good afternoon, Prof.
Good afternoon.
Just behind of group number one, we discussed about maybe most of the groups agree that foundation stage is very important to have the other stage. So he focused in the foundation stage, and then he mentioned that there is the foundation stage from the thing that when we are just talking about the structures and talking about the roof, if you not have a foundations, good foundations, you're not going to have these steps. And also, he mentioned that the decisions that when I make it from the first, consider like foundations. And the thing that's relevant for the groups is just about the others. He considered that all the stage is very important, the three of the stage, and but the most of the groups agree about the foundation stage. It's very important to have a good solid and a good base to have another stage. And also the most relevant and identify the area that's improvement and how good he mentioned that as I say the foundation stage. That what we have discussed in the sessions. Thank you.
So you didn't answer the other questions. Your needs. If the foundation is the place where you're struggling, what are the things that you are struggling with, or there was no needs or areas you want improvement? You didn't discuss those aspects, or?
No, we discussed that. Of course, we have to have a good foundations by the thing that being affordable. Like, and he mentions, for examples, what SFI that apply by how will solidify the foundations for us. Like thing that make us in very clear about what we want in the background in the siblings, rather that were a different area and different disciplines, but we need to solidify this by more according to the disciplines and according to the background for all of us.
All right. Okay. Let me see who is presenting for group number 2. All right, 2B.
Good afternoon, Prof.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so in group 2, we found ourselves at different stages. Found ourselves that some were still building the foundation, and some with the structures. But we all agreed that though we are at those different stages, the most relevant to us is going to be the roofing, where that productive is really going to be measured. Incidentally, I think I'm about the only one that has attended all the previous teachings, but thanks to your summary, they were able to understand where they are at this stage. And for most of us, we agree that, yes, we are struggling. We had someone that talked about being in the computer science field, and now she has been struggling to be able to get some modules to work out. Yes, they generated it, they worked out with it, but they can't make it fly. That made us realize that we are not obviously having the correct network. We lack mentors, and because there are no grants, we have not been able to drive our whatever output has come out of us. We have not been able to get it out there in the public because we found ourselves working in silos. We found ourselves working alone. So we all understood that, okay, so if we are actually going to be able to get the roof while we are building the structure, if we are going to get the correct roof, then we need to begin to think about our network begin to think about interdisciplinary collaborations. We need to begin to think about how we're going to get grants, so that we can actually live that productivity. It can be obvious, it can be seen, and we can be there for the next generation. I will build something well for them to be able to stand on, so that they can do better compared to how they're struggling. I think that's what we're able to achieve, sir.
All right. Group number 2 thinks that the roof is critical for them. Yes. But I just want to emphasize the fact that the foundation, the structure, they are so much linked before the productivity. And it is important to get that right, because you have scientists who end up becoming a mess, a shadow of themselves. If you attend our reproducibility in scientific research course or quality, productivity, and impact course, you will encounter some of those we call case studies, where we review those who have attained great height, who have made names, but when they are weighed in the scale, they are found wanting. And so their ambition to create a roof, eventually the roof begins to leak. And there was nothing to stop it. And that is because they did not have the right foundation. They did not have a solid foundation. They did not have the right structures. Okay, so they are so linked. And so if you think you are in the foundation stage, make it solid. If you are in the structural stage, make it solid, make it comprehensive. And then you begin to see that the roof will not be too much of a challenge. It will not be. The productivity will not be too much of a challenge, because you have attained the necessary things that are required. All right, let's see who is present for group number 3. All right, Nejila.
Good evening, Professor and colleagues. Thank you so much for the opportunity. In our group, we identify the 3 stakes. We have someone mentioned the foundation stake, and he want to improve it by more work on capacity building and monitoring, and have ambition also to reach the roof stage. Some people identified they are in the structure, and others identified that they are in the roof stakes. So as you mentioned, Professor, that the solid foundation and the structure, they are the one that lead to a solid roof, or the ambition that leads to the roof stage. So we agree that some need to work on monitoring programs and capacity building courses to enhance their or improve their structure. And regarding the roof, the people that mentioned that they are in the roof stage, they want to work on communication and networking and monitoring, and make their work visible and enrich their publication. So this is a thing that that's a grant and securing money for research. This need for the roof stake. So we have all these three, and I think that the structure will not, the structure stage, it will be continually, not think that end. And the roof is fruit of this. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I think that is important. That is important. Yes, the structure continues. It's a continuous process. So you don't get to a place, so well, I have passed there, because when we talked about the structures, we talked about the components and the ingredients you add to your career. You add on top of your career foundation to make it thrive, grow, and beautify. We talked about the experiences you need. And if you remember, at that time, I was mentioning things like, what do you know? What can you do? What have you done? What you know, what you do, what you can do, does it align with the qualification you have? Because it's not a matter of, okay, I'm a PhD holder. And then when they evaluate you to get the experience from that, then you found one thing. So experience, and that is a continuous thing that you need to continue to generate experience. If you say you're a professor, and there's also the level of experience that is required. I also mentioned the structure of attitudes you need, your feelings, your beliefs, your behaviors, and how all these impact your work and your career. All right, the attitude. And we have mentioned lots of attitude, positive attitude, patience, persistence, and so on and so forth. You need them. You need them to add value. Curiosity, ignorance, creativity, networking, and then run away from the negative ones. Pessimism, negative self-talk. No, I don't think I can. I'm not a David. I'm a Goliath. No. Run away from the blame game, gossips, which I say often, sharing flowers. You drink coffee and tea with everybody, but when the rating comes, you're not counted. All right? Negative competition. All those will not help. Unrealistic expectations, unrealistic ambitions. And then the structure of skills. The structure of skills. The world we are today is a skill-based world. Skills-based world. You have soft skills, communication, problem solving, skills like teamwork, leadership, critical thinking, time management, creativity, digital illiteracy, adding value. Those are soft skills. But you also have technical skills, subject-specific skills. Data analysis, we just finished that one recently. AI skills, project management. Even though the AI has come and has made people become shadow of themselves, have spoilt them. People seem not to be able to think carefully anymore. But then finally, I talked about the structure of principles needed. Principles. Principles shape your behavior and they are moral compass to you. They are the basis for building meaningful and fulfilling career. What principle? Are you the type that you're swerved here? Sometimes you have things that bother you. You can't disclose them out. You act them out. You can't say things so that people can understand, So you need solid principle. And these are all continuous things. All right, let's go to the group number 4. Group number 4. And then I will send you out again. Please present group number 4. Group number 4, you didn't discuss? Group number 4, you didn't discuss? Okay. That part.
Thank you, Prof. We discussed Dahunsi, I think, is supposed to speak for us. I came in because he was not there. So please go ahead, Toluwasi.
Yeah, you can unmute and speak. Where is he?
Hello, good afternoon, Prof.
All right, good afternoon.
Sorry, I was trying to unmute myself. In our group, we talk about the 3 stages, and we deliberated that the foundation is key, because if our foundation is not solid, we cannot be talking about the structure and the roof. When we talk of foundation, what is the purpose that we have created? What are we trying to achieve in our career goals? Then what is motivating us to achieve what we are planning to, our targets? Then we must have values and aspirations, like what you have said. What talents do we have? What are the things we are doing to build up ourselves so that we'll be able to reach our targets? In as much as the foundation is important, we also talk about the structure. The structure is equally important. We need to be specific about it. We need to define exactly what we are trying to achieve. And then we need to know whether we can measure exactly where we have reached. Are we moving on? Are we achieving anything? Are we on the right track? If we are not, then we can retrace our steps and go back, maybe start all over again. Then we also talk about how do we achieve this goal? How do we reach our targets? And then are these goals we have set ourselves, do they align to what we are trying to achieve? Because without all these structures, our skills, our talents, and then what we are building will not, there's no way we can get to the roof. Go in the last seminar we talk about the roof, the resilience, how to collaborate with other stakeholders or international bodies, mentoring, that we need funding. All these things, without solid foundation, what we have set for ourselves, we cannot get to the roof. So we discussed that the foundation is key, is very important, and we need to set our targets. We need to align ourselves with how we can get to this, how we can reach our goals. That is what we discussed.
All right. Thank you very much, group number 4, for that. Okay. Yeah, we have heard from all the groups now. I will send it out again. And you will remain in the same group you had before. You can take a picture of this. Oh, sorry. I think some of the text are. But let me. Yeah. So you can take a picture of this. So what I want you to go now, because the last talk we had, a workshop, was about the roof. And as group number 2, I think it was group number 2 that highlighted the fact that this is the big struggle they have. And commonly, is also a big struggle many people have. All right. So look at what you are doing, where you are. There are different outputs we highlighted that represent a covering for you. Protect your career. Unfortunately, that is what it is. There's no institution that does not desire productivity. So which of these outputs now are you excelling in, and which do you need the most help? Have you identified what help, specific help you need, and how to make progress? Okay, so I give you 15 minutes as usual. So please appoint somebody to come and present your conclusion. All right, I have two names that are not assigned now. If you were there before, please let me know. I have Lena, I have Nadir. So if you were in any group before, just put on the chat box and I can send you there. But if you are not, then I can send you to any group of my own choice. So 15 minutes and I'll bring you back. Have a good discussion, everyone. All right, so let's go through it again. Group number one, let's hear your thoughts. Group number one. If you're speaking for group number one, just raise your hand so that I can give you permission to unmute. Group number one. You're my wake. Go ahead.
Good day, everyone. Prof, we greet you. We appreciate what you are doing. Thank you so much. From group one, we reviewed, we find out that some of us, because our focus we are talking about the outputs, publications, collaboration, mentorship, student supervision, grants, innovation of this. So we found out that some of us have some publications, though not, I think the person that has highest is the person that has 15 publications. Some of us have not got one, and so we are still coming up. We found out that we needed collaboration, and we found out that through ASFI, we can, something like that can work out. And there are opportunities for development. Mentorship, we found out that some of us are looking for mentors that can assist in their work and their plans. Student supervision, some of us have not got experience at higher level. Why? We have one or two that have got experience in student supervision. Grants, we have about 2 people that have secured grants, whether to travel for research or grants for awards or whatever. So we have 2 people that experience. And for innovation, productivity, and creativity and whatever, we are not so much up there, but we have 1 or 2 that have. So we found out that actually we need help. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for that, group number one. Let's go to group number two. All right, to be. Go ahead, please.
Okay, good afternoon again, Prof.
Good afternoon.
So in our group, we found out that for most of us, we're actually quite okay with teaching. I think that is where we excel the most at teaching. But when it comes to publication, only some of us had some publications. None of us had grants. We don't have awards. We are supervising students, but we need mentoring ourselves because it seems as if we are just struggling to get our place. Also, we need mentoring. We have had some collaborations too, but they're not strong enough because it hasn't really been as productive as we hoped for it to be. Okay, so one of us had some innovativeness when she went back for her MPH, and she was able to bring in implementation science into laboratory medicine, which was something that hitherto has not been a pathway in lab medicine. So she was able to bring it, and she's presently doing a thesis, a PhD in implementation science, bringing in the laboratory to it. And so where do you think that we need help? For all of us, we said grant to, that we need to increase our output in publications, and that we need mentoring. As much as we are supervising, we need mentoring. For the person that talked about involving implementation research in laboratory medicine, she has been on it for about 8 years, just dancing around it because there was no mentor. But when she went back and she found out, okay, that she could do something with implementation science, so she's being mentored now, and that's where we say about, okay, so whatever field that we are in, we actually need that mentoring. And then we need stronger collaborative efforts. We need interdisciplinary research. We need that. And
All right.
that's about what we do, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Group number 2. All right, let's go to group number 3.
Okay, for group number 3, good afternoon, everyone. Most of the group members mentioned that they have really excelled in the area of teaching, collaborations, and most of them mentioned the fact that they were able to collaborate because of the ASFI platform. Also, well, only few in the group mentioned that they have won grants, actually just one person. And only few also mentioned that they have published. So I am, in summary, the areas where my group really need help with is publications, even though some of them also mentioned that ASFI is helping them in that area. But I think they need more publications, they need to win more grants, and also they need to be more productive. Then one way through which they are trying to, better themselves in the area of grant writing is that they are trying to attend workshops and trainings, and also one specific thing or maybe impediment towards their publications is the APC, or the APF, that's the article processing fee. So some of them have mentioned that they actually collaborate and share the article processing fee. But one major highlight of our group discussion was one of us who said she has actually won grant, but she needs specific discipline collaboration. She said yes, ASFI, allows us to have multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary, but she needs help because some of the grants that she has won, she really needs help in a specific area of discipline, and not only need help in that area of discipline, but also she needs people from developed let me say developed nations where they have more experience, and especially the equipment. And I think it has to really do with our own area of specialization, which is pharmacology, if I'm right. So those are the areas that we really discussed. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Group number 3. Let's go to group number 4. Group number 4. Okay, Patsy, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Good afternoon once again.
Good afternoon.
We're 3 of us in our group, and we noticed that we're at 3 different levels. One is just starting his career, the other one has been a few years, and the third one has really been in it for long. Experiences are different. The one starting his career needs help in all the areas, but we were able to encourage that person that ASFI is there to help us. We have people we can collaborate with. It gives us a platform to publish and teaches us many other things which we need. And then the second person says she excels in teaching and has just ventured into supervision and mentoring, and she thinks she's doing well. She's on a good footing because this came after she had attended courses in ASFI. She just needs to be more determined. And then there are collaborators she cannot complain about. And then the other person excels in all. She's doing very well in all the levels, teaching, research, outreach activities. She's won some grants and awards, and she's doing well in supervision as well. And she's learning. Now her area is to engage in multidisciplinary research instead of just focusing on her field. So she's trying to pick up in that area. The major problem that stood out in our discussion was where we need help is a situation where you have ideas for innovation, for creativity, but the environment where you find yourself does not give room to that or for that. If you have an idea, good idea, you see things that you think you can improve on, and you bring up the idea, and you have a boss who shelves it because he thinks that every good idea should come from him or from her. So the question we asked was, how do we navigate that? How do we circumvent that? How do we overcome that kind of obstacle so that we can be innovative and creative in our careers? I think for now, we are hopeful that wherever we need help, whether it's for mentorship, grant writing, getting award collaboration, so long as we stay on ASFI and the courses that are coming up, our problems will be solved. So that is what we discussed. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and thank you for the last statement. As far as you remain with ASFI, problems will be solved. Well, I hope all the problems. I don't think all your problems, because the question you asked now, it is really difficult for ASFI to help out there. When you say, I have an idea, for instance, innovative idea, but there are systemic environmental stumbling blocks that hinder those ideas from growing. That is a big challenge. That's a big challenge. I don't think I have the answers on really how to deal with it. But I have to say this. I had a meeting with this morning. And this meeting an organization we partner with. And they're also doing things around Africa. And this organization is based abroad. And one of their interventions is to support the Sudanese. Sorry, I have to say it this way because that is the way it is. they have to support the Sudanese higher education. But they wanted to partner with a particular university in Sudan. And then they were actually bringing a foreign government connection to it. So what he was telling me this morning was that that effort did not materialize because from the Sudanese part, they became cold. He said it's not our problem because we actually wanted to get into this partnership, see how we can support, but it became cold. So that effort did not materialize. At least those from Sudan, you remember some months ago, we sent out an information asking if you know anybody from Sudanese universities on high ranking. So this was it. But that did not. Why am I saying this? And then we started discussing. I said, well, SFI has been there for 5 years. One of the things I have come to learn, and I hope that one day I will have the opportunity to write down my experience, maybe in a book, going through this movement. And I was telling him that African challenges are so entrenched, stubbornly entrenched, that those who have the problem don't even know and understand that they have problem. That is the way it has become. Somebody who is sick is saying that, but you're sick. Me? What do you mean? How? And there is every evidence that this person is sick. But the person is used to sickness. Can you imagine that? And so to penetrate, to make impact is not one-off effort. It's a persistent, consistent, long-term, all right, long-term efforts that needs to be made. That is what Africa needs. And you can imagine, you see, there are many interventions that have gone on in Africa, many interventions, even in the academic sector, even in the research sector. Because when I started SFI, somebody I was talking to, and this person was saying, well, this thing you're bringing, do you know that there are many organizations already that have been doing this for years, doing the same thing? And that is true. And why is it that despite the efforts, really not much is being seen? Perhaps there was maybe quick interventions were so quick that before you know it, they evaporate into the air. And people go back to square one. Somebody once wrote to me, I think it was last year or so, do you know that when I come to ASFI, I'm fired up. But when I go back to my institution, I am fired down. I just become normal. Those who know the story of Samson. I just become normal. I become like them. Maybe after 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 1 month, and then I come to SFI again. Oh my goodness, this where. Oh, but when I go back, what do I do? So that is why it requires persistence. It requires patience. You have an innovative idea, you have a creative idea, then you know that it takes a journey. And this person was really congratulating ASFI. the 5 years you have spent here. And it's only those who have really inside information that will know the impact you're making, the various platforms you have created. And I tell you, I have received no funding from anyone. That is why we call it a movement. Those of you who have attended our leadership course, one of the things I say there is, you can go around and blame those around you. You can go around and blame the system. Yes, they have contributions to make. But the fact is that idea and innovation you have, that is an idea is not enough. Do you have the energy? Do you have the patience? Do you have the persistence to take it to the end? Do you have that? No good thing happens by chance. Every good thing must be opposed. And it is in opposition. Like when you take the gold and ruffle it, or the clay and make it has to go through a process that subject it to, it loses its natural situation. It loses it before it becomes what we can appreciate. You know, every difficult situation requires difficult people. Every tough situation requires tough people. Your idea will it die because somebody is opposing you? And to me, it's not just opposition that is a problem. The problem is whether the person who has that idea understand what they have, are ready to execute it. Well, one of the things I plan in my plan I have is that I have built I am growing in my career, and I have had quite a lot of silent moments, and inside me, I have the feeling that from next year I need to start coming out a little bit more, because there are things I have documented. There are things I have documented in my experience I need to start pushing out. So from next year, I want to create time to sharing those experiences, finding platforms to share them so that people can also learn. And one of the things is that if you do not have a big picture strategy, if you have a temporal picture, you do not have a permanent picture. Because there was a time somebody came to me, well, I got to an environment, and the environment, the first thing I do when I go to an environment is to understand who is there. To understand who is there. To understand the rules of the game. To understand who is who. To understand who is an opposer. How is he an opposer? How does he operate? How will he look at this idea? Okay? And so this person was telling me, do you know that when you came, that there were some people who were, maybe they didn't like your comment? And I said, yes. Like, oh, you knew? Yeah. How did you feel about it? No, I didn't feel anything. Because it's normal. It will change. It's a matter of time. It will change. Because I didn't come to make those observations. I came to make a contribution. And my contribution I will make. So let's give it 2 years, 3 years, everything will change. And that's what happened. So I went to the system with a long time, a big picture perspective. Yeah? Opposition is there. That is one. So you have to develop a big picture perspective. The second thing is you have to also develop a flexible strategy. A flexible strategy. This person opposes you. How does he oppose you? What is he saying? Analyze that opposition. Analyze it. Put it on paper. Look at it. Think about it. Is he saying I shouldn't do it? Or is he saying it's not time to do it? Or is he saying that he wants to do it? What is the opposition? What is the opposition that is facing you? Okay? It's not enough. Oh, my this guy is, and you cry, you lose all your emotion, and you feel your emotion with it. Yeah, emotion is good. You can deal with emotion. But a time comes, you put it aside too, and then what is the opposition? What is it? You see, some oppositions are actually strategic positivity for you. Yes, actually strategic positivity for you. And you understand that only when you analyze it. And so, if you understand that opposition, then become, as I said, strategic flexibility. Then change your strategy. Okay. Well, I don't think you have time to do it because we have a lot to do. You can recruit students. You can recruit master students. You can recruit bachelor students. You can recruit PhDs. Then strategically use them to begin to implement this thing. That could be one. That is not all. But the first thing I want to say here is that you need to understand what that opposition is. Then the third thing I would say, I've said have a big picture, long-term perspective. Then be strategically flexible. And in that, understand your environment. The third thing I would like to say is, and this is one of the things I will, if I have time next year, I have to say it. I have to write it because that is one of the things I have understood. There is a difference between time and timing. All right? There is a difference between time and timing. It is good to do everything that you need to do in time. But timing concerns the right time or the right time for taking your decision. You see, the strategic flexibility I talked about, you have your strategy, you have your ideas. Is it time? You see, ASFI was, when I started it, 2020, I had already made move to start ASFI 10 years before. When I made those moves, there were some resistance I got. I went silent. I understood that was not a time. That was not a time. And in 2020, when I started, now I confirm that this is the time. Because those oppositions, some of those oppositions I got 10 years before, have become proud promoters of ASFI. Yeah? Because the time was right. So, big picture perspective, strategically, and be flexible, and then know the timing. Know the timing. And this time I'm talking about requires you to develop an intentional intelligence about wherever you find yourself. If you have an idea, is your context ready? to accept that idea, make a pilot evaluation and see how people react. So you need to be intentional, because there are some ideas that germinate, harvest, grow because the time has come. There are some ideas that die because it's not your time. You know, I lived in Finland. I know Nokia, of all people, Nokia was the best phone you can have in the early 2000 and the mid 2000. And what happened? Nokia is gone. It's gone. In fact, there is a town in Finland, close to the city I used to live, where Nokia started. The name of the town is Nokia. Okay? But Nokia is gone. Why? Because the timing for smartphone has come, right? But the Nokia CEO said, no, Nokia phone, nothing like smartphone. It can't kick us. But the timing for smartphone was right. He didn't see that. He didn't see that. And Apple was pushing. And I tell you, it was a movement that could not be resisted. It was a movement that cannot be stopped. Why? Because Steve Jobs has had this idea decades before. He said a time will come when he will make a computer that will be on the palm of people. And he has had it. He has seen it. But he didn't bring it in the 80s. He didn't bring it in the 90s. He didn't bring it early. He was strategically moving to the timing. And when it came, it knocked out anything on its way. And we can't go back to pre-smartphone anymore. There's no how we can go back to that. Anyway, I hope you understand the point I'm making. Now, I wanted to make this time question and answer, but I think this concerns many of us here. I just want to tell you that SFI is here, and I'm happy that you concluded group number 4 by saying that SFI will solve your problem. SFI is here to make things, support you. That is what we are here for. And I'm happy that many of you are connecting, collaborating. Not just collaborating, I can see output, productivity that some of you are having that were not there before now. Several of you can testify that the platform we have created is helping you to make some movement. Okay, perhaps not all that you desire. Yeah, but it's taking you step by step towards a direction. Keep it. Be there. Be there. Be there. But I have to tell you, it's not just about you as an individual. It's not just about you as an individual. It is about our continent, Africa. And so, what do? Invite your colleagues. The bigger, the merrier. All right? Invite your colleagues. There is a sound, music sound I'm dancing to. Please come and join me, because it takes two to tango, isn't it? Come and join me. Bring your students, bring your colleagues. Let's get it, because it's about Africa. You see, as smartphone came, nothing stopped it. I believe that SFI is a movement at the time was right. As a movement that is unstoppable. I'm not just saying it. In fact, a white man from Denmark has told me, he was amazed. He went to the platform, he saw what, he said, my goodness, this is not ordinary. All right? So let no one be left behind. Let's join our forces. Look at yourself in the next 5 years. All right, I've been with SF5, 2 years, 3 years, and this is what I have achieved. What will I achieve in the next 5 years? Make projections. Convince your colleagues. This is what is happening. And it is in doing this, we can get to our destination. It's very important. Get people, get your students, get your colleagues. All right? So that we can make those positive movements. I don't know if I have answered everything. Let me see if there's some questions, but please, you can raise your hand if you want to contribute, if you want to say something, please make contribution to the discussion. All right, please just do that. Let me check. Yeah. My worry is how to attend international training and workshop. Yes, that is a good aspiration. But how many national have you attended? How many national have you attended? How many of those have you attended? How much impact are you making there? You see, because if you want to travel abroad, then often you need funding, travel allowance. And many of these conferences, those allowances are competitive. And so to be able to go abroad to get travel grant, then I would like you to make yourself nationally competitive. Occupy a space where you are making impact, strong impact. And then after that, tell your story to outside. All right? That is one way. Okay? All right. Okay, somebody is saying that their interest is changing and increasing. Passion. Yeah, that is what we want here. All right? Okay? Yeah, passion. I am happy to hear that because you can't do anything without passion. You can't. You need passion. All right, anything anybody's bringing up? Anything more somebody's bringing up? If not, our time is up and I would like to conclude. Yeah, I think we have had some time, and this is what we do here. It's every other month. So please, yeah, this is the place. So the next career talks is 5th edition is the decorations. Right? I've talked about foundation, structures, the roof, the decorations. What are they? First of all, how do you decorate your career? Okay, join us. Yeah, 24th of this month, you can see what is on the screen. That is one of the things that empower us. Exposure. If you expose yourself, you go to a place and then you will get something that will help you. So expose yourself. 24th, we have another opportunity to our monthly seminars, research collaboration from a north-south perspective, personal reflection. Some of you are talking about how do I go abroad? Yeah, Lena has asked me what perspective. I said every perspective. Okay, how did you make it happen that you're in Sweden and you have a strong network in South Africa? How does it go? What are the benefits? What are the challenges? What are the things you need to look at? How did you even start? How do you maintain it? How do you nurture it? So I hope that those who want to go abroad, and I believe every one of us, you can make yourself available for this. Yeah, so after her, we have other ones that are coming, just to let you know. We have scheduled a number of colleagues to come and share their experiences with us at Then this is one way to increase we talked about the roof. This is one way to beautify your roof. This is one way to become productive. Those ideas you have. You see, you can say many things. Many of them will be forgotten. But when you write, it stays. Okay? And so the abstract submitted here will be published. So what are those ideas? Bring them on board. Submit abstract. And I tell you, capacity building can be expensive. It requires you to register, pay some. Do it! I told you I was in the wilderness. Sometimes some of the courses I attended, I flew to London, I go to what's it called? Edinburgh. I go to many places. I stay just for the course. I pay £2,000 for 1 week course. I take care of my accommodation. I take care of my flight. I tell you, I spent thousands of euros and pounds to. When I tell somebody pay $20 for they are crying. $10. Okay. But yeah, don't miss this one. No. Don't miss it. So the abstract is open, so submit it and let's fly. Let's fly. Yes, I am happy to see that many institutions are already taking this offer and registering. What about your own institution? Have you informed them? Or you want to keep it? Well, since it's for those who have not attended SFI, before, let me tell them, let them get what you're getting. Okay, send it to your international office or whatever, whoever, let them apply. These 5 persons that will be trained and mentored and equipped, our goal is that they will go back and become ambassadors to raise other people. That is much we can. It's free. Nobody's paying us to do it. It is all free. It's all free. All right. The grant writing, some of you talked about funding. And there is one thing I wanted to say of the productivities I showed there. Money. Money can make you too relevant anywhere in the world. And getting this money is not trivial. You need some skills. You need some tips. And this course will not fail you. It will not fail you. Time will not permit me to tell you some story. But yeah. Okay. I know that many of you like to hear my stories, but we don't have so much time. Now, this other one, as for research journal. Do you know how to write? Do you know what to write? This is open for you. Look at it. Original papers, expert reviews, thematic reviews, perspective papers, protocols, editorials, commentaries, research letters, pitch stories, opinion papers. What you see, some of you talk about what happens in your field, what happens. You can document those. Somebody will benefit from it. Like what I have talked about today. Is there anybody who wants to elaborate on this, want to write it with me when you face environment where you are? Okay, the big picture perspective, strategically flexible. And then the last one I talked about, timing. Yeah, if just these are places you pick things, you can say, okay, let's write a perspective paper. I would like to, yeah, and then work on it. Develop your prowess to communicate. This is your voice. Publishing is your voice. Is a platform you have. Okay. So, colleagues, thank you. Thank you for coming today. And I hope that you will do your best to grow. It's a journey. It's not as they say, Rome was not built in a day. I believe you will get there. I wish you a very wonderful weekend. I know that your mics are muted now, so if you want to wish us back, you can do that. Have a wonderful weekend and see you again next.
Thank you, Prof, for the continuous inspiration and motivation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. We appreciate
you.
so much. Thank you, Prof.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
You too. Thank you.